So today we are going to be dividing fractions by whole numbers. Yesterday we noticed a pattern. 5 divided by 6 is 5/6. 2 divided by 3 is 2/3. 1 divided by 2 is 1/2. So that's pretty cool. Today we're going to start dividing fractions by a whole number. So we're going to focus on showing our work in multiple ways. So let's look at an example. Our first example is going to be 1/2 divided by 6. So here we have 1/2 divided by 6. So what I would do is I would fill in half of my diagram. That's not half. I would fill in half of my diagram. And then I would divide that half into 6 equal pieces. One of those pieces is what fraction? One of those pieces is 1/12. So in this case, 1/2 divided by 6 equals 1/12. Because again, it's 1/2 divided into 6 equal pieces. You can do the same thing with the tape diagram. It's really similar. You divide your tape diagram in half. So there's half, and I would divide it into 6 equal pieces. Oops, let me use a marker instead. So now my 1/2 is divided into 6 equal pieces. If I think about my whole rectangle, if I want to make an equal number of pieces, so I got to make 6 pieces on the other side too. One of those pieces, again, is 1/12 of that whole entire rectangle. And your number line, same deal. You start with the half, and you divide that half into 6 pieces. And one of those pieces is 1/12 of a whole. So that's pretty straightforward. Let's look at a slightly more complicated one. What if we did 2/3 divided by 6? So now I have to cut my circle into thirds. And I would start with 2/3 of my circle. Now I have this blue area right here that's 2/3. And I'm going to divide the blue area into 6 pieces because I'm dividing by 6. So let's see. I guess I can divide each third into 3 pieces. So now my blue area is divided into 6 pieces. Now I have to think in terms of the whole circle. Doop, doop. So if I make the same number of pieces in each part of the circle, I made 3, 6, 9 pieces. So 2/3, oopsies, 2/3, if I divide it into 6, one of those 6 pieces is 1/9. And it would be the same thing with the tape diagram. I would start with 2/3. Let me color this in with a different color. So here's 1/3, here's 2/3. And I'm going to divide this green area into 6 equal pieces. So just using my knowledge of multiplication, I know that I could do 3 pieces in the first third and 3 pieces in the other third to make 6 pieces. So I want to know what fraction of my whole rectangle one of those 6 pieces is. So if I draw the same number of pieces in the rest of my rectangle, I can see that I have 3, 6, 9 pieces. That's 1/9. Okay, number line, same deal. I start off with 2/3. I divide that 2/3 into 6 pieces. Doop, 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 doop. And I see that one of those 6 pieces is 1/9 of a whole. So the key here is that you start with your fraction, you divide it into pieces, and then you think about what fraction of a whole one of those pieces is. So you're thinking about what fraction of your whole shape or what fraction of one whole on the number line. So today your job is going to be to solve these 2 problems using at least 2 different strategies. So you do not have to use all 3. You can choose to do 2. So you could do circle diagram and tape diagram. You could do tape diagram and number line. But for each of these problems, you only have to show 2 different strategies. All right, let's get started.